This is Cutting Down the Nets, Sunday, January 9th. Man, Sundays are a lot easier than Saturdays. Saturday, 110, 115 games. We have a shorter schedule. We'll hit these games quickly. Saturday, 7-5, which seems middling, but that should be your goal. 7-5 is strong, and we were a half point, maybe a point away from 9-3, and we'll move on. But that should give you hope. I think this game is beatable. I wouldn't be betting it if I didn't feel that way. This is not the NFL where it's like, man, if you're grinding it out and get hot, you might win 53.1%. College basketball is beatable. Absolutely. Put in the time. Hopefully I'm adding value to your process, and hopefully I'm steering you towards games to dig deeper into. So for the year, we've played almost 500 games at nearly a 56% clip. I do think we can do better. And 7-5. Man, it's like 58%. Let's do it. Let's go. Sign me up. Let's get on to Sunday's schedule. Wisconsin, Maryland, game number 1. No favors from Vegas here. Just like Oklahoma, having to lay 6.5 points against Iowa State. Just like Texas Tech, only getting 5 up until tip, where it became 7. Just like the Cowboys. It's like, oh, that's a good situational spot. Oklahoma State and Texas. Let me go bet Oklahoma State. And then you see the line is 2.5, 3 points. Like, geez, no favors. I feel like this game used to be easier. So, trend continues. Wisconsin, Maryland, all day long. Maryland plus 3.5, right? And then you get the line, 1 point. So maybe before tip, we'll get a better number. Don't love it. Wisconsin taking 33% long twos. Wish Darrell was still a Terp. We just put him on Johnny Davis, and we'd move on. I'll touch on a couple gray games here. James Madison hasn't played a game since December 11th, and Hofstra's profiles dragged down by their three-point defense slightly. So if my degenerates want a first-half bet, I feel like that might be an angle to take with Hofstra first half. Cincy, Memphis, not seeing much there. Very surprising that Cincinnati is taking care of the ball as well as they have. Northwestern Ohio State. Had Northwestern beaten Penn State. Had Ohio State not laid the predictable COVID egg. Talk about situational spots there too. Having to lay, I don't know, what was it? 6 for Indiana? 5? Whatever it was. It's like, hey, it's a great spot for Indiana. Then you see the number, like, yeah, I can't do that. But yeah, Indiana rolled Ohio State, and that brought this line. I don't know if it could have been better. Could have been better, but I'll sit that one out. All right. First game I've played, Minnesota plus 11.5. I have concerns, absolutely. These teams are nearly even in shot quality, so that helps. But both running off a little three-point defensive luck. Indiana been far more consistent across the board, and Minnesota's three-point defensive luck is far luckier than the Hoosiers. But this is a decent situational spot. Minnesota getting crushed by Illinois, Indiana rolling Ohio State, and we're seeing a little bit of inflation here, and it was enough for me to pull the trigger on a schedule like this. Cleveland State, Youngstown State, pretty inconsistent teams on both sides. Washington, Colorado, yeah, the Huskies can turn them over. Colorado likely wins the inside battle on the glass and interior offense and defense. So not much standing out here. We're going to get to Northeastern and Towson. Okay, Cam Holden, high usage player for Towson, was expected to miss weeks, potentially a month. Dude misses 0 games, puts a mask on his broken face, and shows up. Ultimately, they lose to Drexel, missed tons of jump shots, and didn't get the job done. But it's nice to see that Cam Holden showed up. Can't believe it. So Northeastern's offense, yet to exceed an adjusted efficiency of 104. Their defense has kind of been hit or miss with 3-point defense, meaning you'll see some good spikes in their profile when they have some 3-point luck, and you'll see some bad spikes when they don't. Ultimately, I think that makes it easier to predict their median outcome, that they're a middling defense. There's nothing concerning there. Townsend's number is being inflated by recent 3-point offense outside of the Drexel game. But even if my 15.4 is more like a 13.8, maybe even a 12.7, there's an edge here. And my job is to find these edges and then bet them, unless there's a matchup concerning enough to stay away, and I don't see that here. So I could probably galaxy brain this and say, well, Holden's playing with the mask, and maybe there's some 3-point luck. I'm just not going to do it. 7.5 is a great number. We're going to play it, and right or wrong, we're going to trust the process. Next up, Ryder and Marist. Marist won by 12 at Ryder last month. Ryder's one of the worst shooting teams in D1. Problem is, this line's fair. Like, there's nothing weird about this line, and I have to decide what to do there. Yeah, I think Marist will cover, but 9 points is a lot, and I don't love it. So, yeah, follow bet stamp, see what happens. Last game, tricky one. We're showing 6 points of value, but I have concerns for 2 reasons. Number one, the line is 11. Ken Palm is 9. So we could see this dip a little bit, so don't buy high on that. Number 2, Patrick Baldwin Jr., PBJ, 6'10 freak for Milwaukee. Best player by far, high usage, can drop 23 a game, easy. Has missed most of the season. He finally came back on January 5th, played like 10 minutes left, and then missed the next game. So his status is super important to me. Not that he's worth 6 points, not that he's worth 4 points. An individual player's not. But I really want to confirm he's not playing before I lay such a big number. Their offense is just lost without him. They have not exceeded an adjusted efficiency of 102. Grizzlies are finally making shots, and this will be a jump shot contest. So give me Oakland, but I want a better number, and I'd prefer PBJ not playing. If he is playing, but I get a better number because of it, we'll see. I'm not sure. But if I play it, it'll be on bet stamp, as always. So this is what my card looks like. I've already bet Towson and Minnesota. Oakland, waiting on a couple things there, and I'm just not going to rush that bet. And then Marist -9 is in the pool. I have not bet that yet. So it's Sunday. It's a lighter card, and I don't know. Feels pretty safe to me. I don't see anything unusual. But what I would recommend, let's say you play 15 games on Saturday and your base bet is 100. Your base bet is 10. I don't care what your base bet is. Don't budget for the day. Budget for the game. So if you're going to play $100 a game and you do that for 12 games on Saturday, that's a lot of money. And then on the next day, don't say, well, I'll just go 300 a game now because there's less games. Just don't do that. Be smart with your money management and spread things out. So hopefully these pools help. And I think if you play a larger pool, your unit size should not change a whole lot. You should just be making those decisions for yourself. So that's what I'm looking at for Sunday. This is Cutting Down the Nets. Thanks for stopping by.